What a ding-dong match we have on our hands over in the knockout stages. We have Romania, who won their group up against one of the third-place teams. It's the Dutch, who's going to come out on top. Ada Blader on the shader. That's right, folks, back once again in another video. Today, we're talking about last 16 match. It is Romania. It's the Netherlands, that's right. And we're coming at you in just a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe. And your one-stop shop for Euro 2024 is right here. Under one Ruski. We've got the last 16 classic with Romania up against former winners, the Dutch. We'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, hit the old subscribe and smash the like, guys. We're looking for 50 likes if you can. Please do so. But we are talking about this game, of course, which is coming at you very soon on Tuesday, the 2nd of July. So let's get into it and have a look at how we got to this stage. First and foremost, let's take a look at the group winners. That's right, it's Romania who qualified to get to this tournament as Group I winners. I stress you not that they didn't come here through a playoff. They didn't come here through as a runners-up. They came here as Group I winners. That's right. So they're here on merit, and they might be going under the radar still, despite winning the group, which included Belgium, which included Ukraine and Slovakia. Been here 5 times in the past. They are managed by Edward Ionescu. Starman is not George Puskas. I've been getting a lot of beef from that. It's Dennis Dragus. He is the Starman. They are in Group E, or they were in Group E, where they did qualify with a group win. 6-1, that was the odds for that. 13-8 on to qualify. And they did have odds. Well, they did have odds at 2-1 to win it. Those odds now shrunk down to 125 to 1. They're still one of the outsiders for this competition. My expectation was a group stage exit, and I, of course, have to eat those words. This is their resume so far. They did put on the performance of the round on the opening day, or the opening round of games. 3-0 win over Ukraine. They followed that up with a 2-0 loss to Belgium, and then they bounced back with a 1-1 draw against Slovakia, which was enough to top the group, basically off the back of that opening day victory over Ukraine. So they qualified as Group E winners, and these are the key players that, of course, going to do the magic. With the likes of Dragusan at the back there, Banchu, Marian, the 2 Marins, of course, Common, Dennis Mann, Stanchu, and George Puskas, and Dragus on the bench. Now, what about my 11 then? Well, I've gone with this one. It's not a bad looking 11. We've got Moldovan, Panchu, Bjorcha, Dragusan, Reichu, Stanchu, Marian, the 2 Marins there, Coman, Dennisman, and Dragus up top. That's my Romanian 11. Let's take a look at their opposition then. It's the Dutch, really not really blown up on the scene just yet, but you could argue for Romania as well as the Dutch. They are on the right side of the bracket. If they're going to go far in this competition, this is the way to do it. Of course, they've been here, Group B runners-up. They qualified on the 18th of November 2023. Been here 10 times in the past, which, of course, included a victory as tournament champions back in 88. Koeman is the manager there. Xavi Simons was meant to be the star man. Group D, which, of course, they had odds 11-4 to win the group. To qualify 5-1 on. To win the thing, they had 16-1. Now, despite their ropey performance and qualifying as third place, those odds have actually shrunk to 12-1. They are hotly tipped to go deep into this competition. My expectation was a quarter-final berth, so take that into account. But anyway, let's take a look at the bread and butter. This is, of course, what we're basing the Dutch off here. A 2-1 win over the Poles, a 0-0 draw against the French, and a 3-2 loss against the Dutch. 4 points across the board, 1-1 lost, 1 drew 1. Equal goal difference as well. Goals for, goal against. Leaky at the back against a very good Austrian side. A little bit lucky against the Poles. And maybe a little bit hard done by against a sloppy French. But they come into this in third. They are one of the best third-place teams, and these are the personnel that are going to hope to drive them forward. We've got likes of Van Bruggen between the sticks, De Ligt, Van Dijk, Aki, De Vries, Frimpong, Dumfries, Simons, Wijnaldum, Koopje-Meiners, Gravenberch, Workhorst, Depay, Gakpo, Malen. They're all in there, but they've not really gelled just yet. Is this the game we're going to see the best out of the Dutch? Well, I'm going to go with this lineup here for the Netherlands. We got Van Bruggen, Ake, Van Dijk, De Ligt, Dumfries, Simons, Wijnaldum, Reynalders, Gakpo, Depay, Frimpong, Ada Blader on the shader, that's right. Can they get it right on this time? Well, they're going to have to do it this way, that's right. At the Allianz Arena on the 2nd of July, Romania with Ionescu against the Dutch and Koeman. They have played each other 8 times since 2005. Just 1 win for Romania, 6 wins for the Dutch, 1 draw at the moment. The Romanians, 1 win in 6. That 1 win was a fantastic win. It got me believing. But right now, I'm a little bit hesitant against the Dutch side. 58% form for them right now, but back-to-back games without a win. You could also say the same thing about Romania. Back-to-back games without a win. Over the previous 8, the most recent match between these two sides was a 3-0 win for the Netherlands. That's right, back in November 2017, that one and only victory for Romania was back in 2007. It's been a long, long time coming. The bookies go in favour of the Dutch here, 9-4 on, red hot favourites to beat Romania, 13-2 for me, 10-3 is, of course, the draw. What about the public vote? Well, it is tight. Very, very tight on the public vote. 54% back in the Romanians. The draw is at 46%. So the bookies back in the Dutch, the public vote back in Romania. I have to listen to. Do I listen to the bookies? Do I listen to the public vote? Which way are we going? I'm going down the middle here. It's quite tight. I think it's going to be a nervy game, kind of like the last game for Romania, where they kind of just played it out. They had to claw themselves back. Credit to them. They did come back in that last game to force a draw against Slovakia, to just be here and to be here as group winners. I think we're kind of going to get a similar kind of game. Maybe the Romanians take the lead and then the Dutch come back, but ultimately they're going to kind of park the bus and kind of grind it out a little bit. And then when it gets to of course, the back end of this game, only stir the metals. You've got to have it. You've got to have the big balls here to go through and grind it out and make a quarterfinal spot. So I'm going to go with a penalty shootout victory for the Romanians. That's right. I put it out there. It's there for all its glory. You're going to go with a 1-1 draw. The Dutch have not been at this tournament. The Romanians have been fascinating to watch, and I'm hoping to get that sort of intensity in this game when they lock horns coming on Tuesday. So going to go with a draw, which will send Romania through to, of course, who knows what. At the other end of the bracket, the Dutch will go home. That's my take on it. Make sure you smash the like, smash your subscribe. We'll be back, of course, for those quarterfinals and beyond. But which one of these nations will be there? We'll see all that later on. Smash the like, 50 likes if you can. Absolutely fantastic. Please do that. Until then, we are done.